Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Patra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market opening action today. Well, if you talk about today, we have actually opened with a strong gap up right after getting positive global cues across the globe. Now, the US markets, after the US Federal Reserve has raised their interest rates by about 75 basis points, that's on expected lines. The US markets zoomed ahead, snapping the 5 days losing streak, giving positive cues to the Asian markets, and then the Indian markets also zoomed ahead. The Sensex, in fact, zoomed 500 points higher right at the opening levels today. Talk about the Nifty that was above the 15,800 odd mark, about 0.7% up in the green is what we saw the benchmark indices trading at. The India VIX, on the other and dropped about 6% to sit below the 21 level. So that's also comfortable. In terms of stocks, Reliance Industries was the top Sensex gainer, followed by Maruti, ICICI Bank, Power Grid. Actually, Power Grid and the top was the top laggard, along with Bharti Airtel and Nestle. Remember that the US Federal Reserve, in an attempt to tame inflation, has hiked the interest rates by 75 basis points. This massive rate hike has been the biggest since 1994, as the Fed has tried to curb the rising prices with inflation at a 40-year high. The target range for the federal funds rate was also increased from 1.5% to 1.75%. The US Fed has also signaled that FOMC will continue to keep hiking rates aggressively till the time inflation comes under control. US Fed Chair Jerome Powell also said overnight that another 75 basis points of the 50 basis points hike could come in the next FOMC meeting. So continuous rate hikes coming in, although the markets are happy because there were no surprises and the aggressive rate hikes are in already priced in the markets as well. We had seen the markets declining for the last two trading sessions, and seeing that all of that is priced in, the markets really opened up higher in trade today. Let's talk about the sectors that are in focus in today's trading session. In terms of sectors, you do have all the sectors trading in the green, with the media stocks up 1% uptick for the PSU banks, almost 1% uptick for the banks and the auto sector. Good gains coming in for the FMCG pack, 0.7% up, 0.5% gains coming in for the realty sector too. Apart from this, you have the pharma sector, which is absolutely flat right now. The private banks are up by 0.8% or so. Metal index is also shining brighter, 0.8% of gains. The market breadth, when you talk about the Nifty stocks, is favoring the advances, 35 advances to 15 declines right there. In the gainers, I told you there are top, heavyweights: Maruti, Reliance, ITC, ICICI Bank, and Bajaj Finserv and Finance, really inching higher by over 1.5% in trade. On the losing side, you have Power Grid, ONGC, Hero Moto, Bharti Airtel, and Street Cement really focused on the downside as well. Now, apart from this, a whole host of focus will today remain on the way individual stocks will also perform in trade today. We have seen that the oil and gas space has been in a turmoil because the crude oil prices have remained elevated, but the fuel rates remain steady, continuously for the 25th day. We have seen no price change on the petrol and diesel prices as well. Apart from this, what are the experts really talking about in terms of the positive opening that we have seen? So, experts, especially Mohit Nigam, who's the head of PMS at Hem Securities, believes that for the Nifty, we have seen that the support is at 15,500. However, there could be some resistance at 16,000 and 16,300. Now that we have seen a bounce above 15,800, it will be crucial to watch out for as to how do we close. Do we close inching closer to 16,000? Will the market sustain this upward move? All these questions will be in the offing, and we'll keep a focus on how this market will pan out in trade today, so that you can keep a track of what really has to be done on your investments. Most of the experts speaking to us on Business Today TV have been recommending traders to be still cautious because there could be some more volatility going forward. The long-term investors could actually look at these dips to add on, accumulate some strong quality fundamental names to their portfolios. Start doing that in a staggered manner so that you can continue to increase some good fundamental names into your portfolio. Thanks a lot for joining us for now, but all the updates throughout the day will be bringing on Business Today TV, so don't go anywhere else.